here's my test of my T28, Airfield T28 power system. I have my new servo power analyzer set up. I've got my airplane up on blocks so that I can test the landing gear, the motor, and I've got it tied down. And don't be fooled by this chair. It takes a lot to push it over. It is not going to pull that. And I've got my watt meter for my power. I've got my battery pack here. I've got my transmitter and other debris. So here we go. We'll test it out. I'm going to turn on my transmitter. I have my power from my BEC coming in to the analyzer here. Here's the power. So it's going to measure the amps, the volts, and then it's putting the power back out into the receiver here. And you can see my meter. I don't know if you can see that. My meter is 5 amps and 10 volts, max scale. So I expect with this unit to be somewhere in this neighborhood, and we'll see how that works out. And I put this in line here just so we can see what the system's pulling. So anyway, here we go. Let me put this down and I plug things in. Transmitter's on and power. Throttle is off. You can hear it and start up. And let's take a look. We've got, oh gosh, like 100 milliamps, tenth of a, well, I guess that's a 20th of an amp, just static, and we're running just about 6 volts from the back. And we're going to set this up for, hold on a second here, let me get the lens cap out of the way. We're going to set this up for a watt meter, and there we go. We got 0.3 amps, 16 point some volts, 4.9 watts, and I'm going to go ahead and start moving some stuff and we'll watch what happens. Here's ailerons. You can see the current change with the servos pulling drawing, but voltage is pretty stable. Now also this plane has lights, so those are flashing away or on. So that's part of our 20 milliamp draw. You can hear the servos kind of kicking around with the tension that's causing bobbling around. And so we've done ailerons, elevator, not much for the elevator, and rudder, and now we're going to do flaps. Flaps are deployed, and flaps off. So a bit of a draw coming up and down on those, but not too bad. Landing gear, let's see what happens with the landing gear. Wow, 2 amp, wow, bouncing up over 2 amps and holding now 1 amp. 1 amp to hold the landing gear in the up position. Wow. Let's put the landing gear in. What are we drawing now? Well, we've got 0.5 amp coming out of the pack, but that's at 16 volts. So that gets converted and actually can produce more at 6 volts. So now, let's landing gear down. Not too bad now. Now this is a staged landing gear or delayed, so first is the wheels, now the doors. And now the doors and then the wheels. So the wheels aren't too bad. I think it's the door servos that are causing problems. Anyway, let's kick up a little power. I'm going to stay. The watt meter's right by the propeller, so I'm going to stay a little ways away from there. Maybe we can zoom in. Get airflow over the speed controller, but it is warm. Sorry I don't have a temperature probe. Not too bad. We still have our everything going fine here. Let's see what happens when we do the landing gear. This is the state it normally flies in. So with the landing gear up, landing gear is up. Let's check the speed controller is quite warm, but not bad. I don't have a way to kick this up without worrying about it. I got one of my boxes vibrating out of position here. Do I smell something? No, speed controller is warm, but it's not too bad. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly where the back circuitry is in here. So if we can see here, it's pretty even all the way across. This is the speed controller that comes with it, 50 amp. Sorry, it's upside down. What can we read the back? That's an SBEC, so that's good. So it's a switching regulator. But I don't have the amperage rating for that, is it? Yep. So, let me pull out here. Yeah, see my box was pulling away. Oh, there we go. Hear that? That is coming from the speed controller. I do smell something, although it's not very warm. Let's see if we can do the landing gear or ailerons. Let's see if landing gear will work. Oh, I got smoke. Let's turn things off. I think maybe we got a servo causing some damage here. Yeah, I smell something. I don't see anything. Let's see if we can get to the... Oh, wow. Whew. That servo right there. Almost too hot to touch on the sides. That's it. Here's the other servo. It is fine. So, ow. Wow. Yeah, that is too hot to touch. I believe that is a... Oh, that's the steering. I can tell by the linkage here that is going to the steering for the nose wheel. So that is causing problems. So I'll have to get that fixed. Well, now we know what's going on. I thought it was a BEC issue, and it's more likely the servo. I mean, the BEC should have been able to handle, from a speed controller this size, I would think a BEC would handle 3 amps. And at least maybe even 5, and we saw that it was only drawing actually 1 constant, but that shouldn't have affected everything. but we'll see. So I'll get that servo replaced because we had the magic smoke come out of there, and we'll see how it goes after that. Thank you for watching, and oh, here we go. Let's get a big picture of this. I love this plane, absolutely love it. It's my Airfield T28, beautiful plane. Oh, I missed the, missing the nice view with the cover, but there's the cover for it, or the cockpit. This is my battery that I'll be running in there. A nice Turnigy 4,000 milliamp 4-cell. I haven't flown it with that yet. I'm still using the original, much smaller, very generic 4-cell. And what is this? This is 2,600 milliamp. So this one ought to really perform and give some long flights out of it. This one has been okay. It hasn't been bad, but got at least five or 6 minute flights out of it. But with that servo problem, that was really holding things back. So anyway, thank you very much, and I'll give you an update.